Hello, good evening, and welcome once again. It's Wednesday. I'm Chris. This is Midweek Makings on Gross Models. I messed up the intro completely there, didn't I? I don't know what happened. Anyway, we're here now, and that's the important thing. It's bench time. It's Wednesday. It's time for me to do something at the bench. I have my new look with my new smart glasses on, so I can get the audio working properly through my head. Instead of having the, I'll show you when Tasia comes online in a little while. You shouldn't get the double echo of it, but you should still be able to hear her, and I should be able to hear her as well. So we'll make sure that all works before I get down and dirty with the working. So what am I doing? I hear you asking. I don't hear you asking, but anyway, if you were asking, I'm continuing the Rokr Cuckoo clock, which is here. It is there. It is there as well. That's what we've done over the last couple of weeks. We built up the entire first floor of it. So I think there's 2 more weeks to go. I think there's a third floor and then getting it all finalised probably the week after next. But we'll see. I don't know exactly. I obviously don't know until we get down to it. So I shall disappear off down to the bench and we'll see exactly what's going on down there. We've got Mark and Gemma and the Bobbins in. Chris looks a bit godfatherish. What do you think? Is it the jowls? Of my jowls picked up, and I'm going on a bit like that. I don't know what that's for, but there we go. Posh News Spec, says Mark. Yes, I've actually had these. I'll go back to the face so you can see me. I've actually had these for a while, but I've only just got the proper lenses for them. There is a video I put up about the new lenses and the replacement service of them. I put at the beginning of the week. So yes, these are actually my prescription now. So my distance vision is as good as it can get. It's 20/20 or whatever they call it now, 6/6. They've got different numbering systems now, but basically I can see distance with these absolutely fine. Without, I can see, but not quite as well. And up close as well now, with these are very focal. So the bottom piece, I can see reading text and stuff really close. The middle bit, I can see screens and things, and the distance bit, the top bit, is for the whole looking a long way away sort of thing. So I'm going to try and for the first time properly doing stuff at the bench, but I should be able to see the chat on the screen in front of me there, see what I'm doing on down here, and there's nothing happening in the long distance anyway. But when I'm talking to you here, then I'm sort of looking at you from the top bit, so the camera is nice and sharp. It gets sharper if I go down there, but I won't go down there because I don't need to see the camera. You need to see me. But these are the Meta Ray-Ban Meta Quest glasses, not Quest. Quest is the headset. The Ray-Ban Meta glasses, so they are actually smart glasses. They've got little speakers built into them, microphones and everything else, so I can actually talk to AI through them. Not the AI that I run here. It's a separate AI that runs the glasses, which is different. But I can take pictures like that. I take a picture of you now. You can't see it, but I took pictures and can do videos from them as well. So I will be at some point trying to include some sort of point of view videos into some of my building videos, because it's a good way of getting actual in-bench shots. So hopefully that will actually, I'll take another shot there so you can see the bench view. I'll put it up in the as a post comment in the video as we go. Yes, this is Wonderland. It's the Cuckoo clock from Rokr. That it will look like that in the end. It is themed to be Alice in Wonderland type. We got through a big chunk last time. My name is Michael Caine. I don't do impressions, but yeah. But as I say, I should have Tasia up and running again now, because I stopped using her because it was all difficult with her cutting out and talking wrong. But now it should be working, so let's try it out. Good evening, Tasia. We are live and streaming. Would you like to say hello to everybody?
Why, hello everyone. Taisia here, assisting Chris with his midweek making stream. Hope you all have a wonderfully nerdy evening watching the Rokr Cuckoo clock come together. Back to you, Chris.
Well, I didn't go away. I'm still here. But yes, thank you very much for joining in. In chat, we do have Mark, Gemma, the Bobbins. So everybody's saying hello. Would you like to introduce them all?
Oh, absolutely. Hello to Mark and the Bobbins.
I don't think you left out Gemma deliberately.
You're right. I didn't leave Gemma out deliberately. My apologies if that came across the wrong way. Hello, Gemma, too. Welcome to the stream.
So yes, she will be popping in from time to time throughout the build, and keeping up with things and saying hello. So hopefully it will be okay.
Brilliant. Sounds like
I
a
don't need
fun
you to talk
community
anymore.
tuning in. Enjoy the build,
You can
Chris,
go away for a little while now.
and everyone in the chat.
So yeah, there we go. She seems to be stuttering a bit. I just did notice that. I don't know why. I think she just her brain's not really with it. So yes, I've got some parts out. These are, if you are new to the stream, then hello, welcome. This is a laser cut wooden build. So all the parts are on a board or multiple boards, which are then sort of laser cut out. These are actually painted as well, so they're all coloured and looking lovely. But yeah, we've got parts and things to build up in there. I've got some of the bits out, but we probably won't need any of those. And lots of different boards with different colours on them to continue and build. Everyone's saying hello. Audio and video are good, says Gemma. She seems to be stuttering. Is it just me or is she stuttering a little, says Gemma. No, it's not you. You're not stuttering a little. It is her stuttering a little. I don't know why. I'm assuming that maybe the computer's just a bit hard pushed this evening. But we'll see. I'll bring her back in a little while later and see if I can get her working a little bit better. Let me just reintroduce that there. Open that. Put that in there to give her a background. And see what's going on. So let's get on with the build and see what's what. While I'm doing it, hello to everybody that's watching. Pop in chat. If you're watching and not in chat, say hello. Let me know what's going on in your life. While I get together some F's and some J's. There's G, D, A, C, H, E. J is the thick one. There we go. And F is almost the last one to come to, of course. It's one that I haven't done. Lots of different colours on that one. So I need J, 22 and 23. 27, 22 and 23 are these ones down here. Now these parts should just pop out with a little bit of pressure. And they generally do on these. They come out quite nicely. They do need some tidying occasionally because there's little nubs where they were held in place. But not too bad on these. It should all be okay. Stefan's coming in. Good evening. Welcome. Hugh's here as well. Everyone's coming in now. Good. Nice to see you all. Right, I need F, 4, 5 and 13, but I need 2 5s and 2 13s. So let's have a look. What have we got here? That's 8, 3, 4 and 2 5s. That's convenient. And so I need 2 13s as well, which are these ones there. So let's pop those out of there. Did you hear about the burglar with a stutter? He never could finish his sentence, says Mark. I didn't hear about him. Tell me more about him. What was he a burglar for? What sentence did he get? Oh wait, it was a joke, wasn't it? I got ya. I understand now. You were being humorous. Right. Everyone's just saying hello, which is all lovely. I like it when people get on. So let's get these ones out from here. Not sure what this bit is. It's like a little frame in front of the window, but no idea of what it should be. Yesterday I was streaming some more Horizon, which was quite good. It filled in some background of stories and stuff of what's going on with the world. And yeah, the world's gone a bit pear-shaped, basically. But I'm sure it will be okay. Well, Aloy seems to be all right. She's surviving in the world all right. Now, the trouble with these varifocals is getting the distance angles right. It's only been a few days, so apparently it could take a couple of weeks to get your muscle memory right. So when I'm looking at stuff, I normally look at it, but I've got to remember to look up a little bit. So I'm looking at it from the right distance level to get the angle right. Otherwise, it's a bit blurry. So, yeah. These go out through there as well. Should I put them? No, I shouldn't have put them in first. It does just fit in over the top. Cool, that does that. Still can't tell what it is yet. I don't know what it is yet. So that's that. And that just goes in there. And that's pretty much that finished. So I don't know that I will ever necessarily know just what it is. But it's definitely a thing. And these will go on there. They are opposite sides. So we have the engraving part on the outside of the stairs. Going up there. So I can say, why does that come through double? But there's a second plate down the bottom there that's got to go through as well. So these have got to be at a bit of an angle. Nice. And that one in there as well. So I have been out shopping today. I did pick up some Jaffa cakes. They had the hot honey Jaffa cakes back in again, so I picked up a packet of those. Unfortunately, I've eaten them all already, so I can't share them with you now. And that looks like that. It does. I should have probably done that last week if I knew that that was going to be just that to finish that sort of stage, but there we go. Then we get to play around with a whole new section. So let me move that out of the way and start this bit, which is going to be, we're fitting the clock to this bit as well, so that's okay. We'll get to do that tonight. But before I move that out of the way, I will try the whole taking a picture thing again. So I can put that in the description and see how that looks. Right, I'm going to need some other parts. So from the box, I'm going to need that in a minute. I'm going to need a P9, 2 P9s and 1 P11, which is one of those. Let's have a look. Well, 9 is there. 11 is there. Why are they in green? Not sure about that. We'll figure that out as we go. I'm going to need a screwdriver. That's my decent little screwdriver. I'll keep that there. I like the hot honey ones, says the Bobbins. Yes, that's the problem with tasty stuff. They don't last very long. Well, fortunately, nobody else in the house likes the tasty Jaffa cakes that aren't the original boring Jaffa cakes. I say boring. I mean, normal Jaffa cakes are lovely. But, you know. Right. I need 9, 10 and 11, which are in green. Is that because they're green? No, they're not green. Don't know. F1, 3 and 8. Well, 1 is there. 2 is in the middle of that, which I don't need. So let me pop that out from there. G6 is a big bit. F1, take out that part. Yeah, I knew you had to take out that part. Okay, let's get that out there. Right. So that's 1, 3 and 8. 3 I saw. This is F8 is that big outside bit, so not the middle bit. Jaffa cake should just stay orange flavour, just as the name suggests, says Gemma. Yeah, but no. Why not? Some things have got to be changed, and you can still get the original one. It's not that, not having different flavours didn't ruin the original ones. It just gives you more option. I did need 9 as well. 9, 10, and 2 11s. Oh, there we go. There's 9. There's 10. And there's 2 11s. Okay, so that was F1, 3. I still need F8. No, F8 I got. So I didn't get 3. I didn't get 3. 3 is this one. I already had the inside pieces of. That's F. Right, so I still need C13 and G6. Well, there's G. And 6 is going to be this big funny bit here. Yes. That is quite big and funny looking. Right, so that's coming around there. That's that bit. These wing-like parts are attached. So make sure that all comes off there. Right, that was that. I still need C13. Not B, not E, not H, not C. There we go, C. 13. 11, 13. Oh, it's the actual clock face bit. I could have guessed that. Right, so that's that. I haven't got the screws out of there yet, but I will do. Let me just make sure there's no nasties on the outsides of any of these usable parts. Which is surprisingly looking good. So, has anybody been up to anything interesting today? As I say, I went shopping. I did, in fact, pick up the rest of the plants in pots that the Bobbins has started building. So I do now have all of those. The 6 of those are lined up, good to go. I'll show you one of those, well, the box for one of those, which has got the packets of all pictures of all 6 on the outside before we finish tonight. I have got sorry, I'm just thinking how many of these I need. 2 of these, 5 11s. I need 5 of the 11s. If I open that one, I haven't. Yes, so for my birthday a couple of weeks ago, I did get some bigger Lego sets as well. So I've got those lined up to do part of the midweek makings as well. Basically, I'm good till Christmas, basically, I think, for 5 of those, yeah. And just 2 of these, which again, I haven't opened yet. There we go, that's corner of that opened. So we can get 2 of those out. There's 1. My local Tesco no longer have pot plants in stock for plenty of original Jaffa cakes. Yeah, they always have original Jaffa cakes, but do they still have the other ones? I'll show you now. These are the Max Garden that I've got. This is that one. I don't know. They don't tell you what they are. It'd be nice if they just told you what the flavour plant it was. But I have all of these 6 now. So we've got 2 yellow ones, a couple of purple ones, a pink one, and a more sort of lilac-y type one. All with the little stands, which apparently can be interlocked together. yeah, they got little studs on one side but not on the other, so you can have a row of those. So yeah, they're in line, ready to go. I've got a couple of bigger Lego kits to do. I've got Ahsoka's ship and Chopper, which looks really good. So I shall be doing those at some point in the near future as well. When this is done, I shall do something. I might start with one or two of the flowers, and then go off and do a bigger kit. So we shall see. Right, that is going to go over there, and that is going to go on the front. Obviously, get it the right way up, and the screws go through the front there to hold it all together. So it goes through there. It will go through there, and it will go into there. Bit like that. Cool. Yeah, that works. That one is a primula, says Hugh. I have no idea. I only have the top left of those plants, says the bobbins. And now your Tesco has stopped selling them. So your collection of them has come to a bit of a stop. Never know, they might get them back in. Mine did have literally one of them in stock a few weeks back, which is why I didn't pick it up and start doing it. But then when I noticed last week that they had a few of them in stock, I picked up a few. And this week, when they still had a few, I thought I might as well grab a lot of them, because as you found out, you never know when they're going to stop. Now, I've got pointy, round. That's going to be from here, isn't it? No. How do I know which one's which? Oh, there's double round. That is going to be the top of the heart. Yes, double round. How do I know which is the top of that, though? I don't think it matters. So we've got 5 of these to put in. Once again, it will go straight through the top one. And we'll have to tighten up into the hole in the next one down. Cool. Yeah, identifying flowers is not one of my special talents. Although, apparently, seeing little screws now is one of my special talents. I'm quite happy with being able to see the stuff on the bench and do this. I have still got the magnifying glasses out if I need them for anything particularly small. Or, you know, the reading of the close-up things. But so far, so good. This seems to be working. Yeah. So how are you all? Is everybody doing all right? Have you had a pleasant week? What have you been up to today? So it's been my day off today. I have finished. Have I not got enough of these bits? I needed 4 F11s and I only got 2 of them. But the others are here as well. So let's get them off too. Yeah, today being my day off of work, apart from going shopping, I have been doing other things as well. On the top is the 9 with the 10. It goes that way with that on the top like that. Oh, this has got wire tracking things on it. So that goes on the top there. Like that. And then these will go around the edge in the other places. And this will be the brackets that hold it all together. Yes, as well as doing the shopping today, I have been playing around with Blender again. I finished my donut tutorial. And I've even managed to render out the final donut video, which will be going live on the channel tomorrow at lunchtime. It's not anything special, but it is quite cool, quite interesting looking. It is just a render of everything showing the donut. Is this got to go onto the back? No, it was going on the front. I don't quite understand though. Maybe this is... Why are the cutouts if we're not actually using the cutouts? I don't... I am putting that the right way round. That is going on there, then that's going on there, then that is going back on there. But the cutouts for that are not lining up with the thing. Let me look at the box. Now that bit that it's on has got little cutouts for the thing. Have I got it located in the wrong way around? Did I not notice that? I was paying attention to the outside of this bit, not the inside. And the inside does have cutouts on it as well. So I've got them all the wrong way around. I was getting a few plants into the greenhouse for winter. It says Hugh. Olive trees don't like frost, and it was 0 degrees here last night. That's chilly. Yeah, it's been very strange weather again this last week. It's been pleasant during the day, but still a little chilly. But the nights have been getting very cold, and the mornings have been a bit cold until it sort of picks up a bit. Very strange. Right, let's try that again. So on the yellow piece of this, there are cutouts, yeah. So I've got the double with the double. And that lines up like that. That's better. Yeah, that's more of a thing. Get them all in and then tighten them all up, just like normal. Yeah, the Lego plants are as close to the garden as I like to get. I don't do proper gardening. Gemma does enjoy a bit of proper gardening, but yeah. Always cold nights in the Highlands this time of year, says you. Yes, there is that. So yeah, that is to be expected, I suppose. Right, so that is that. And then we get the double one on the double. That way round. Like that. Yeah, okay. So then when it lines up, it's still not going to go back over this, but it's sort of going to, yeah, it'll line up with it a bit better. Yeah, I get you. I sort of see where it's coming from now. As long as I can get that lined up with there. This is still quite a long way away from the dial bit, but actually it's not so far because it does go down quite deep. These aren't just going through the top layer. If I can get them lined up properly, it will work better. If I can get them lined up properly. Come on. You know you want to. There we go. Now you're getting it. Yeah, that goes down closer than I thought it was going to. So that's okay. I quite like that. Perhaps a haggis tree. Not the proper place for olive trees, but hey ho, says you. I don't know anything about trees and plants and things, so yeah, if that's not what you need, then don't have them. Let me have a quick drink and then continue on with the next bit, sorting out the more parts. We need, do I need anything from C? I don't. G, I don't, saw G, yep. G, 2, 3, and 26. There's 1, 4, 7, 2, and 3. At the top there. 26, 20, 1, 23, 24, 20, 18, 14. I can't see 26. What does it look like? Oh, it's only tiny. Could be anywhere then. For 23, 22, 21, 24, 25, 26. There you go. Never tried haggis. It's shooting season for haggis now. Is it shooting season for haggis already? That's come around quick again, isn't it? Yes, I don't like offal, basically, so I haven't tried haggis. Got no desire to try haggis. You can keep it. F22 is a big one. There we go. Not a million miles from black pudding, Mark says you. Nope, don't like black pudding either, so there you go. I need 2 P8s and a P10. That's not what I was dealing with, a 9 and 11. So there's 8 and 10. 2 8s. I have opened the 8s. Eights are the longer screws. There's 1 8, and there's another one on its way over to the exit. There. Come on, out you come. There you go. And a single 10. I've had these open as well. That can come out there. Right, let's see what we've got now then. This is going on to the back of that. I assume that way around because that's going to be visible through there. There's a bit I didn't take out from there. Might like it. I only ever had a haggis from a supermarket. I suspect not the proper thing, says the Bobbins. Yeah, I mean, might be. I mean, I don't know that they can necessarily call it haggis without it actually being haggis. So that's got an arrow in there. This has got a little hooky bit. It's got to go in there like that. Okay, yeah, I get that. And then still playing around on the back of this, we've got that to go there. And that one to go there. This is all to do with routing the wires by the looks of it. Okay, I haven't used the screws yet. Now, there we go. P8, P8. Oh, wait, there's another one. P10. Oh, there you go. One P10 is holding that in place. The town where I live, says Stefan, is right on the shore of a big lake. That generally means it's a few degrees cooler in the summer and slightly warmer in the winter compared with just a few kilometres inland. Yeah, the winds and lakes and stuff makes a big difference to stuff, doesn't it? Right, so this movement is then being fitted to that, like so, but it will be screwed in place with the longer screws, one at the top and one at the bottom. So one there, find the hole for it, around there somewhere, there it is. And one at the top through there. Yep, there we go. That is now holding that fairly secure. As is that. Any half-decent butchers make haggis or will know how to. Nothing really Scottish about it. Made all over Eastern Europe. If the dial rotates, readjust the hourly position. Slowly turn the dial counterclockwise until a faint click is heard to indicate the hour. Yeah, we'll set that up later. Got to put the hands on in a moment. And I've got to calibrate the hands and sort it all out. So let's figure out what I need for that. I need F2. Was that in the middle of the F? No, it wasn't. It was in that one. Yep, there we go. There we have. F2 is going right on there. Going over the screw thread just to make it look nice and gear up with that. Then we need the hands. There we go. We've got in here. That's another bit that I'm not using yet. I need one of them. 3. Only one of each. 20, 21, 23. Is that just going to be 2 of the hands? I'm going to need the second hand in a minute. So why have we got 2 hour hands? I wonder. Right. So this says to put the little grommet thing on, then the hour hand, and then calibrate the hands because you've got to get it to chime at the right place at the right time. So I slide that grommet thing on. Then I do need to power it up, which they don't tell you about. So yeah, this has got the speakery bit in it, so I need that. So I'm going to need a wire as well, which I've already got out, I think. Yep. Okay, so we've got. Why will that do it? That'll do it. That in there. I do like a bit of liver, says Mark. Yeah, well, you can keep it. I don't remember what goes where. Right, we're going to listen for the click as the hand go round. Now that's going to be an hour. I don't know if it knows which hour or if it gets reset. So either way, we'll put that on 12 and see. Let's say use the tool. It's designed to get in there, so yeah, that's why it's got 2 different holes on it. That is quite cool. There we go, that's that. Let's pop the minute hand on now. On there. And again, using the smaller hole, we can get that lined up properly. Cool. That's not bad. Let's put that on. No, I won't put that on yet because I might need to adjust them. But I don't know which plugs into where. That one goes in there, I know that much. And I'll need this because this has got the USB powery thing on it. Right, I'm going to have to go back in the instructions to figure out what goes where to get it working. Liver is disgusting, says Gemma. I do agree. Mark says it's good for you. It probably is, but right, let's check and see. Let's get that bit set up. There we go. This is the how to wire things up instructions. Let me get out our other switch and our other cable, because I think I'm going to need that cable to be this cable, because it's not long enough. That one has got to go down in there. Like that. It hasn't got us to do that yet, but we will. That will come up through the house here. Each to their own. Brought up on a farm, so he was put it in front of me. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. Right, so that's going up through there. Right. So, what have we got here? We've got this. Right. So, in one, we've got this one, which is going to be this cable. Not that cable. Where's the other cable? Yeah, that little cable, which I shall connect up in a minute. One of the other switch goes into there. Okay. That one is then 3. The lights are 2. Come on, in you go. I had it the wrong way up. And the other one is 1. Okay, so that's all of that, and then that one just needs to be plugged into our extra cable, which is there. Like that. This is the Cuckoo, so that's got to be right at the top, and then this is going to be a little bit further down, and I need some power for it. Let's grab some USB power for a minute. Don't make anything explode. I'll try not to, but that is now plugged in. So what happens now? There's the real question. We've got a switch. What does the one switch do? Turns the lights on and off. Okay, well that still works. This one gives us a Cuckoo, which is not opening anymore. But we'll worry about that later. We'll worry about the cuckooing soon. I want to see when it does actually cuckoo. So let's put that hand on to make sure it is actually ticking. It is. So let's turn the hand round. And at 1 o'clock it should cuckoo. That did 3. That did 3 as well. That's not right. It should be doing 4 when I get there. Okay, what about that? It's just stuck doing 3 every time. I don't think that's quite right. And for some reason, he's not coming out anymore. Like that. It should be. There we go. Let's try again. He's definitely doing the twiggly thing. There we go. It's not coming out. I'll figure that out at some point. But I don't know why he's only doing 3. Oh well. He's making noises. This is a bit where the clock just explodes when it gets switched on. Not quite. Gemma will enjoy that going off on the hour. Yeah, sure she will. Let me unplug the power from it for now. And unplug all of these for now. I'm going to leave the extension plugged in though, because I'm pretty sure that's necessary. Okay. How easy is getting into that going to be? To figure out why that's not attached anymore. I'll find it. Before I have to attach that, I'll figure it out. But for now, I'm not going to be too worried. I might do that behind the scenes before next week. Right. Where do we get to? Haven't done that yet. Did that. Okay. Did that. Right. It's now got a swinging cuckoo thing. Cuckoo is a bit backed up. He might need some medical assistance with himself for that. Right. So apart from the fact that that was a little bit behind the times as well, which I might need to take off to reattach, but I can do that. Not a problem. Right. I've done the hand, which was 22. I need 1. What's that? P11. Oh, it's a screw in it. Yep. I've got that kicking around here. We have our P11. Can you opt out of the Cuckoo thing and just use it as a regular clock? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely doable. I don't know out the box that that's possible, but you could just unplug the speakery bit. And if you didn't want the whole Cuckoo thing doing anything, then you just not plug that bit in. That's easy. But, yeah. All right, let's get the rest of these. That's all of those. So I need J, which is the thick one. 24. It's the moon that swings at the bottom of the pendulum. Pretty sure that's going to be sort of somewhat within the body of the clock, so you're not really going to notice it anyway. But there we go. We have that, and that's going to be screwed onto there through that hole. Get that screwed on now. In a bit. Actually, I'm going to take the pendulum piece off to make that easier. It should just come off of there. Unless they've attached it in some strange way. They've attached it in some strange way. You get that attached on there before I worry about the rest of the pieces. Come on. You know you want to. Just go in there nice and easy. There you go. That gives us our swingy pendulum piece. Good. Right, so I still need F's and H's. There's F. 2 15s, a 19 and a 21. They're 15s. Uh, 17, 18, 16. There's 21. That's 20 in the middle of it. And there's a 19 down there. Could you replace the cuckoo with, I don't know, something more arachnidish? Asking for a friend, says the Bobbins. If one was of a mind, one could, use some sort of modelling skills that one might have learnt through either benchwork modelling or computer-generated modelling and 3D printing, and print anything you like to pop out of that little window. But if someone was to do that, then someone might get in trouble, so I won't be doing it. But in theory, the world is your mollusk. Right, so I need F's. That was F. I need H. B. H. Yep. H, 13 and 19. There's 13. Nice and easy. And 19 right next to it. That's convenient. What would be really fun, Mark? What did Mark said? If you could upload your own sounds to Gar feature, fun all day long for the whole family. Yeah. Gemma's shouting at Mark, but it was the Bobbins. What did Mark say? Something else that I missed? I don't know. I missed it. If it happened, I missed it. But there we go. But Mark is still #1 fan, so he gets to say some things. I can't help it. Don't give Chris ideas. I don't need ideas. Right. Let's see what we've got to do here. We need 19 and 13. That's that way round. Oh, it goes into the back of the clock. Right, hang about. It's got to go in there. And that's got to go that way round over there. Like that. Okay. Then onto this, we have to do some stuff. That way up. 19 goes onto that. Okay. These go through and into there. But through into there. Got ya. More hingy things for something. Probably the back of the clock to be able to get it, setting the time and stuff. Yep, there we go, that's that. Then that goes on to there. Like that. Good, I like that. G19. That's a big bit. That is probably the biggest bit from it. An owl would be acceptable, says Gemma. owl's hoot is very similar to a cuckoo hoot. So you could probably get away with the sound being the same and just replacing the cuckoo with an owl model. Although, I don't know, would it still, the wings, I don't think you'd have the wings flapping, would you, on an owl? I know they can flap their wings, but I don't think that's what they're sort of known for like that. So if you had it come out, then it wouldn't really flap its wings. Maybe it turned its head when the thing triggered it backwards. I don't know. All right, that's going to go on there, through there, and then onto there. There we go. Connect you with Alexa. Both cuckoo every hour. They could, yes. Chris, you need your ready ears tested. The owl sounds nothing like a cuckoo. It's a bit. It is very similar. It's that same sort of thingy. A twit twoo and the cuckoo. See, it's very similar. I need 4 H21s. Where are we? We're an hour in. Got tips. Don't know what the tips are for. Let's figure out what is H21s. So these little clippy bits. There's one. Another one that's not moving. There we go. Got me some more of them kicking around. There we go. All up here. 3, 4. Cool. Right. What happens with them? Right. This all goes onto there. Right. This is. Oh, it's still got sides, so that's okay. So this is going on there. Like that. Ah, it got a clip in and then slide across. Yeah. In and across, and then these go in, 2 at the front and 2 at the back to hold it in place. Okay, so that's got that in like that, and then slide it across like that. Well, that worked. And then these have got to go. Ah, yeah, there. Okay. So somehow we've got to get that in there and there at the same time. A bit like that. Don't feel like that's all the way in. But I'll come back when I've got the others in. Because that might help me get it lined up. Now, some of these pieces should be coloured on both sides, I feel. Because otherwise it's just not quite right. There we go, that's that on there. That's those both in there. Right, let's get that one over there. Cool. Get in there. Get in there. Still got. I don't know what that's going to be for. There we go. That's that one in there. And then finally this one on that side. Get in there. Come on, it's the last one. You've got to be lined up because all the other three are lined up. Where's my tool? Oh, maybe it isn't as much as those. No, it's not. That's in enough. It's in enough. Okay, that's the thing. Let's have a look and see whereabouts I might want to have a stop. We've got thing about connecting the front bit to there and then the back bit across there. Then we've got the electrics to go in. Then the door to fit. Piece of rope. What's the rope for? Oh, it's going to be a twiddly pulley thing for something. Side. And the roof. There's still quite a lot to do. Decorative balcony bits. Stairs. And then we're done. Okay. Paint the bird as preferred. Paint and brush is not included. Cuckoo switch. Oh, you can toggle the hourly chime on and off by pushing that. I remember that from last time. So yeah, there's a fair bit more to do. So I'm going to keep going for a little while longer. Let's get the electrics fitted and see what happens from there. So I can need some more room. So let's move him out of the way for now while I get the parts sorted. And then we'll go from there and see exactly what's what. Bobbin, same comment as you, Mark. All right. Make cuckoo noises on the hour. Getting it to say things and do things. I'm not going to do that. Chris knows better to read it out loud long enough for her to hear it. Yeah, I won't say that. Cuckoo, says Mark. Is it a cuckoo clock or a cuckoo clock? Because I've heard it pronounced in different ways, and I've always said cuckoo, not cuckoo. I don't know. It just seems a bit strange, cuckoo, because it's spelt differently, isn't it? It's cuckoo. Yeah, it's not COOKOO. It's not cuckoo. It's cuckoo. Cuckoo. I don't know. I'm not going to get down that rabbit hole anymore. C, G, and J. There's G. What do I need from G? 2 18s. 8, I see. 18. There we go. Oh, that's 9. It's not 18, is it? There's 18 down here. Need 2 of them. Great burgers from a coo. Yeah, well, that would be a coup for you up there, wouldn't it? We'd call it a cow. Right, G. I need C and J still. Well, J is the little one, I know that. J16 is this big bit here. Then I still need C, which I can see already. 21 and 2 22s. 21 is this very fine looking framework, which they don't give you a spare of. Uh, 22 are these little pins, which they do give you spares of. Right. Cool, that's all tidied and sorted. So, G18, I needed two of. Oh, I've got two of them. That was these. So wait, that's going to go through the top. And the middle at the bottom. Okay, these are going to go like that over the top of that. Right, when this goes on to the back of here. So that in there, that in there. Okay, and these are going to go in there and over that. Like that. That's not in. Is that right? Doesn't feel like that's gone in far enough. But it won't go any further. Here's the way round it's got it though. I just need to push it harder. Yeah, that's that. And this then goes, right, wait, this is still from the back over those bits. Like that. Yeah. But that one's at an angle. It's that way round then. Okay, that's the thing. And then it's got the wires. What we've got, the wires from that coming up. And coming down either side of that. Okay, I've got you. You've got to keep it out of the way of the pendulum bit. Yep, that'll do it. Cool, I understand that. Is the sound they make. Dove's coo, so yeah. Yeah, so that goes on there like that and does that. Right, and then bit. So wire comes up there. Oh, it's the lights. So the lights come up this side. Or over there. This is the door. Perhaps around there. Well, where's this meant to route then? Has this got a one that I haven't noticed? Because that's not coming up from that corner. Is that probably on the outside of that? And then up around there. Okay, got that. And it's got to go through there and through there. Does it go through there? Doesn't go through there. There we go. A light bead under there. There. I'll throw there. There we go. So that will shine down over the hands. And this pendulum. Although that one is sort of... So we've got a couple of extra lights there that aren't so... That's all right. That goes over there. That's fine. And this one, fine. It does the thing. Dropping out. It says Mark. Is that because I'm not talking very loud or what? I am talking fairly loudly now. It seems to be working all the time. No, that seems to be dropping out. I don't know why that would be. Not sure about that. If things are starting to play up connection-wise. Let me just have a look. Everything should be okay, but yeah, I guess we'll call it a night there then. Things are proving to be a problem. So let me put a big cross across the page there. So we know where I got to. And I'll come back over this way anyway. So yes, there we go. That's what we have. I shall have a play around. Excuse me. working like that. I don't know if the mic is going to keep working while I'm saying goodbye, but hope for watching me tonight. Join me. Where are we today? So a couple of days of not streaming. Saturday I shall be returning. Not like there might be something new going on, or I might be doing some power washing. One way or the other, something will. Katie will be returning to do some more. And I'll see you Tuesday back in the land of Horizon. So thank you very much for joining me. Bye bye for now.